Hi guys, and welcome to my kitchen. Today I am going to be showing you a recipe for M&M chocolate chip cookies. So it's basically a chocolate chip cookie that has M&Ms mixed into it. It's really delicious, really tasty. So let's get started. So the first thing that we are going to do for our cookies is to combine our dry ingredients, and we're going to be using 2.5 cups of flour, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, and then 1/8 of a teaspoon of salt. So we don't want a lot of salt in here, we just want it to enhance the flavor a bit. And we're just going to go ahead and mix that together and then set that aside. So for our next step, what we want to do is melt some butter. We're going to be using 1 cup of butter or 2 sticks. I like to melt mine on the stove top over a medium-low heat, but you can definitely do the microwave if that's easier for you. And while that is melting, what I'm going to do is go ahead and combine my sugars. So I'm going to be using 1 cup of brown sugar, and then 2/3 of a cup of regular granulated sugar. And I just want to give that a mix to get that nice and combined, and then I'm going to set that aside. Next, I'm just going to prep 2 eggs here, just put them in a little ramekin so I don't get any shells in my batter. And then I'm going to add in 1 tablespoon of vanilla. Now today I'm using vanilla paste, but if you do not have vanilla paste, just vanilla extract is perfectly fine. 1 tablespoon of that in with the eggs. Now once your butter has cooled a bit, I've had this off the heat for about 5 to 8 minutes here. We're just going to go ahead and mix that into our sugar, and it should look kind of like this, still granular, kind of syrupy. And then we're going to go ahead and add in the eggs and vanilla and just give that a good stir to get that combined, get those egg yolks broken. And then this is going to just go into the bowl of my stand mixer with my dry ingredients. And we're just going to give this a little bit of a mix until it's all nice and combined in there and we have a lovely dough. And now the fun part, we're going to add in 1 cup of mini chocolate chips and just give this a quick mix, just a couple seconds here to get that combined. And then we're going to go ahead and add in the M&Ms. So we're going to use about 1.5 cups of M&Ms. You can stir these in by hand if you want. I honestly prefer to use my mixer for the hard work, so I just gave this another quick mix, and then I did take a spatula and just kind of make sure everything was well incorporated. And now you just want to grab a cookie scoop, or if you don't have a cookie scoop, just grab a couple of spoons and go ahead and spoon this onto a parchment lined baking sheet. And you're going to bake these at 350 degrees for as long as it takes to get to the right point. You want to have some brownness around the edges, but you don't want the whole thing to be brown. So depending on your oven, this could take anywhere from 8 to 12 minutes. And here are our finished cookies. So you see the insides are still nice and pale, but we've got some brownness around the edges that will result in a nice chewy, delicious cookie.